What's up, guys? John Cacchione back here with another cool earthworks project. This is a trouble area that almost every beach lot has, is this easement out here and what to do with it. A lot of times people can come home and not have a place to park, even with the people that have the freedom to park on their easement. So what we did was dress this up. We had an old paver cell block in here that is very hard to grow grass in, as you can see. What the old look like and what the new looks like. So we took up a bunch of the cell block and just put in a nice St. Augustine and did a little buffer up against the wall. This job is unique because of the wall. A lot of guys don't have the transition in height, but you could do something smaller in scale and graduate down to a little layer like that. And then a really clean division from mulch to sod is important also. This was a real wet area, kind of a problem area for the customer. They like a really clean look. We've had these customers since the build of this house. Got the new landscape in, started doing the maintenance and everything. Once you do your maintenance with us, that extends your warranty out to a whole year from 6 months. So that's pretty big. And you've got me. So, you know, I can turn your black thumb green anytime you want, you know, no big deal. But just some key things about this, we painted the irrigation heads black, so they disappear. You got the clean linear edge in there, so that line is really sharp and it disappears. And then a dwarf plant that'll never get bigger than 30 inches that'll always show off that rock facade, that retainer wall. So there's some really key things about this job that make it pop. Another thing to think about is the permeability issues you have at the beach. The concrete square footage you've already covered. Once you built your house, once you put your driveway in, these are areas where you can gain back some of that square footage if you're not allowed to build elsewhere on your property. Where we were able to take up some of the paver cell block, now they have a certain amount of square footage they could potentially put somewhere else. Another thing to think about is the paver you use when you do your construction. The paver cells like this, you can do an aggregate in there. You don't have to do a turf. You could do an aggregate that's a little less maintenance. And you can do this other paver we have here in the driveway that looks more like a Rice Krispie treat almost. It's a permeable paver. And when you use those, you get a half counted percentage on your permeability with the city. So thinking about that, pre-build. Some other options are an aggregate driveway with the same edging, the same linear edging I'm talking about using, doing the concrete apron only, and then doing an aggregate, a stone, a shell as a main parking area, and then dividing up your stepping stones going to the front, alleviating some of that permeability and that concrete usage there, just opening that up. And thinking about that during the design is something we do every day, multiple times a day, checking with the city. Is this okay? Does this design count still as much as it did last year? Because that even changes. So those are a lot of things to think about that we really take care, and we take all that into consideration when we do our designs. Come find me, John Cacchione, and have me over to your house. We'll do a custom design for you.